welcome back everyone. My name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we had just saved the Hell Knights, killed a bunch of gargoyles, recruited Regil, and that's pretty much all we did the last video. Between videos, I wandered to our camp, rested, and then came back to here. Before we get really started though, you guys know that I don't plug many things on my channel. I also don't really do paid sponsorships, and that's why I know you guys will listen when I tell you all about Raid Shadow. No, I'm just totally kidding. That's not what I'm telling you about. Don't stop the video. This is not a paid sponsorship type situation. During my voice acting course over the weekend, one of the sound tech guys there showed me a song he'd been working on, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. He's new to YouTube and he doesn't have a whole lot of views yet because obviously just starting out, it's hard to get views. But I honestly really enjoy the song, so I'm gonna put a link to it in the description for this video. If you like EDM type music, it'll be right up your alley, I think. It's got female vocals, a little bit instrumental, but I really enjoyed it. Check it out if you want to. If you don't worry about it. It's not forcing anyone. I'm not pressuring anyone to go visit someone else's site, but I honestly think he's really talented, so if you want to try a new EDM song, go check it out. Let's get started on the rest of the video, though. We're going to mount Seal up here because she has fallen off her horse again. Every time she goes to camp, she does that. And every time she rests, she does that. Really, she's just really not very good at staying on her horse. Durnog walks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of your footsteps, he turns around abruptly, but the anxious expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. Commander, it's so good to see you. It seems you found time to visit our quiet backwater after all. I could be mistaken, but it looks like you were frightened by my arrival. Oh no, you just startled me, that's all. It's my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces and plenty of people bustling around. Here though it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is of course the way Erastil teaches us to live, but truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable. Mid-sentence hiccup there. Why were you looking at those trees? See for yourself. He points to one of the branches, and among the leaves you notice a small doll made of grass and seaweed, tied with a blue ribbon. I keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all the secrecy. How do you like living in the village? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glance from the locals, but that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without invitation and settle down in the village. But the church warned us about this. Such caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal, I purify water, I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will accept me as one of their own. It's so quiet here. War makes you forget what peace feels like. I understand, my time in Canabris gave me a small taste of war. I only had to live through it for a few days, but I know the horrors I witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come. I cannot imagine how hard it is for those like yourself, soldiers who have given their lives to the cause. The priest places a hand on his heart. You have chosen to fight there in order to protect our peace and peaceful and quiet life here, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. What do the locals think of Erastil? They're indifferent. They're pragmatic people. You know, they don't have time for theology. If old Deadeye helps them survive, that's good enough for them, you know? Some priests get overzealous with sermons. They demand that people pray, observe all the rituals, make sacrifices, and then those priests, all holy and pious, are surprised when the locals kick them out right into the nearest ditch. The priest laughs. I was taught differently. First, you have to prove your worth. You have to show them why you and your deity are useful. It's only after they've begun to trust you and start asking questions about your faith that you can really share your beliefs. And then you can tell them all about old Deadeye and his teachings. Well then, will you show me around the village? Of course, let's go. You'll get to meet the locals, see how we live, maybe you'll even manage some peace and quiet. A temporary respite from the hardships of war. Does sound like a pretty good thing. We're gonna wander a little. Not that way, because obviously we can't. There's... The 3 old dolls hang from the branches. Their grass and seaweed bodies are slowly rotting away. And this one says, a straw doll clad in a small, skillfully embroidered light blue dress is tied to the trunk of the tree. Old faded blue ribbons hang from the branches of the tree, not the faded branches. I'm also not feeling 100% today, so if I mess up a little bit, forgive me. A piece of gray ribbon hangs from the branch. Just a little under the weather. What a beast! We've got you now. Watch out for those huge teeth. Don't let them catch you. Aim for her throat and belly. Fewer scales there. Don't be afraid, everyone. We fought ones bigger than this. Oh, right, I have real-time mode on. That's fine. We're going in. And that's the end of the fight. It was very fast. That'll teach you to mess with us. A man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and the calloused hands of a fisherman shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got him all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let him come. A woman, her eyes the same shade of green as the fisherman, smiles at you. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. But what's it matter? They can't hurt us, and we can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. Markle, Melissa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Eltimar, the commander of the crusade. He's the one I told you about. Ah, a real hero in our little backwater. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come to visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. You two looked very confident when you were giving orders to the other villagers during the fight. Are you in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon. So if some nasty creatures comes crawling out of the river, we give them orders. We give the orders. But when it comes to fishing or fixing nets, we'll be the one following orders. We're not an army, and there are no officers here. We all live together, solve our problems together, and serve the icy rill together. Although truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, the villagers kept to themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels, but after money and goods began flowing into the village, they changed their mind. Yes, the village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last, we had a fair and people came all the way from Canaveras to attend. Then, a priest came, and we'd never seen one of those before in these parts, and now, who would have thought, the commander of the crusade has decided to pay us a visit. Icy Rill, who's that? She's right here. Markle nods towards the river. Did you think this was the Selin? No, it'd take you half a day's rowing before you reach that river. It's big to be sure, and very important. The Selin flows through at least a dozen countries, but where would the great Selin be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Icy Rill? The people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is matter-of-fact, but you notice his voice is a little strained. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river. From the wedding wreath we send down its stream, to the funeral boats that float away on the water when the time comes. Our mother Icy Rill feeds us, gives us water, protects us. With a kind smile, Markle casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here, so we treat her with respect. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at its full strength. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Well, of course he does. He's the commander of the crusade. He could probably have told you all that with his eyes shut. Melissa smiles at you. It's all thanks to our mother, Icy Rill. She takes care of her children, won't let anyone hurt them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. That's right. And if she doesn't drive the beasts away, she'll weaken them, so we can kill them and harvest their hides. What are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Markle's face and he looks away. There's nothing much to tell, really. An old local custom. It's just a ritual, Melissa adds in a low voice. No one seems willing to share any further details with you. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you're related? Right you are. Markle ruffles Melissa's hair. She laughs and tweaks his nose. She's my little sister. Takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She was always restless. Couldn't sit still. And Melissa is just the same. She's always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silt be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was, and just as stubborn. How's life in the village now that you got a priest? Not much has changed. Markle shrugs and smiles amiably. He's a good lad, does some healing, never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. He also knows a lot of songs, and when he sings, it makes you want to sit and listen. Melissa smiles archly at the priest, and he blushes. The whirlwind is not that far away. Have you ever been attacked by demons? No, we've never seen any. Our mother, Icy Rill, keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations get near us. I have to go. Back to the front. Melissa shakes her head sadly. I can't imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. Well, alright then. Let's get started on the rest of our journey. We're going to steal their hide. We can't. Oh, there we can. Never mind. No, we can't. They're taking the hide. We're just taking the eyes. We managed to salvage 2 Hydra eyes. That's only a 90% chance. We're not going to take a risk on that one.
This is my kind of work.
The Oppressor's gloves are pretty good. These gloves grant their wearer a +2 persuasion bonus on intimidation, and whenever the wearer of these gloves confirms a critical hit, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty on saving throws against mind-affecting conditions for 2 rounds.
Watch out for trouble.
We are going to crit a lot later in the future, but for now we're kind of bad at it. That being said, we don't have any other gloves on, so we might as well throw them on. Good enough. Ring of Protection +2, Ring of Protection +2. So we have another Ring of Protection +2. It's going to go on Sela. We also have a Headband of Inspired Wisdom. Now, she needs Charisma. So does he. She could use some Wisdom, though it's not a big deal. Sela could use Wisdom. Or Charisma, for that matter. I guess we'll just leave it the way it is. We don't have a Bard. We don't have a Kineticist. We don't have a Monk. We do have a Headband of Vast Intelligence we can give to Nenio. Let's do that. Ring of Protection +1. We'll just give it to Woljif for now, I guess. It's not particularly useful, but still. Whenever they use a Hex, the DC of the saving throw is increased by 1. Straight over there to Ember. I don't really know who we're going to give that Persuasion check amulet to. This is a Cloak of Resistance +2, and it is slightly better than what we're currently wearing, so let's do that. And this, nope, wrong character. This is a 1+1, so we'll swap those out. You have a Cloak of Resistance +1 already, and you don't. So there you go. Problem solved. We don't have any real things to equip other than that, so there are more things to explore in this place, of course. We fought the one thing, but that's not the only thing to do. I think we go up the river here. We gotta be careful. There are some nasty-ish fights in here. I'm thinking maybe we go this way first. There's a Megalosaurus here. Oh crap, we are not in turn-based mode. Well, this is fine. No one's getting hurt. Not even Darren, who really should have taken a hit there, to be honest. We didn't do a great job at our lore nature checks, but they weren't the worst. We have also saved again. There's a corrupted one around here somewhere, I think. Have we been behind? This is the actual settlement is here. Okay, I see where we are. Our map isn't oriented the way I thought it was. Okay, there we go. Well, let's loot the village. It's always good to steal from the people under your charge. They're technically under our control at the moment. Actually, no, they're not. I think they fall under Canabras' jurisdiction, sort of. And we are not in control of Canabras. That's not really our territory. I think later on, when we get Dresden, it does technically fall under one of our little domain things. You can harvest them for swarm stuff if you are the swarm. You can take over the whole village if you want to. Feed on them all. The swarm was fun, but it had some issues. You miss a whole lot.
I will guide.
I think 95 should be fine.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Cool. And what else we got? Let's go this way. We missed something over here on the dock. Let's go pick that up, and then we'll head down into here. There's definitely a few fights to do down in this region, and we will be doing them. There's some corrupted wolves, smilodons, something like that. Smilodons, however it's pronounced. I think someone told me that once, and I've forgotten. I think it's Smilodon, technically. There's a wolf. Dire wolves. And we are fatigued, so maybe we'll rest first. Can't camp with enemies around, so we go back like 8 feet. That's more like 30 feet, but still. Go back a few... Oh wait, hang on. Before we go resting, we definitely... I forgot to put spells on our list when we rested last time, so it's good we didn't have any major fights. We'll get some greater invisibilities in a Phantasmal Killer. That's all full, that's not full. We'll take one mirror image for Nenio. It's good for her to have a little bit of defensive power, just in case. And we definitely... Oh, right, we just filled them up with bark skins. Yeah. It worked out pretty well. Okay, so that's all done. She spells per day. He is good on all of his spells. She's not high enough level yet to get paladin spells, so... Rest up. I like how the sword just lays... I think the sword looks really cool. Finian looks really cool as a longsword. I've always loved the look of longswords in games. I know that they're not that special of weapons in most Dungeons and Dragons things. They're okay. Usually they're the best magical items because developers seem to love the longsword. It has a special place in lore in like every world. And in real life, the longsword was like it was a status symbol for a long time. If you had a sword, you were... Ah, damn it, Sela. Why do you dismount? Fall asleep on your horse like a real person. That was terrible. We're knocked down, that's why we couldn't get a sneak attack.
You have made your choice.
Ugh, awful. Okay, well... We could just cast Bless. I don't think we need to heal yet. There's only 2 enemies. I guess we could just do like a quick... That was the wrong person. No! I'm not used to Sela being on the ground. I am clearly not doing the best today. I'm not feeling 100%. That's okay. At least it's only 2 dire wolves. We'll kill one so it doesn't for sure kill our other person. Oh, it only has 1 attack.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
We only needed a 2 to hit.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
We took way too much damage for such a relatively insignificant fight. That'll be fine. Let's go find some more things to kill. More effectively this time. Did really bad on that fight. This is a larger fight. There's an alpha wolf as part of it. We can charge him, which is okay if we give ourselves blur first. That should hopefully keep him alive. I mean, we do have last stand. No matter what, we're not dying. But there was more wolves as part of this pack. This whole place seems weird to me now. Like, I remember it being a lot different the last time I came through here. Maybe they changed it, but it's throwing me off. Let's see if we can Searing Ray this guy. Nope. Not in range. Can we get a sneak attack in there? Yeah, we can. Sweet. Oh, there they are. Okay, they were all stealthed. And we've fallen down again. Okay, good. This is more along the lines of what I remember, because I thought there was more wolves, but... Our main character's taking a beating. Up you go. There we go. We'll heal him up. Not a big deal.
Keep your calm.
Missed me
Yeah,
already.
it's really throwing me off because usually there's a whole pack there, right? And there was now, so awful. That's actually a pretty low roll for 3d8. There we go. That's slightly better. I don't think there's another fight up here. I think there's more on the other side, though. Let's go deal with that. I thought there was a corrupted something. Now it's throwing me off. Maybe it's just throwing me off because I'm having a weird day.
We are the light. They are
Distract them from me.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Not gonna worry too much about anything.
Time to search for treasures.
There's another one up there, though. They'll come to us. And hit Darren for some reason. Darren has done literally nothing offensive in this whole fight yet. What are we in combat with now? Hello? What are we... Oh, there's... Oh! Well, okay there.
The light.
There's another one.
Cover me, all right?
Cool. Fight complete. Skin them all. Got some experience. Killed the ferocious one. That's the one that usually attacks us. But apparently we triggered it a little bit by fighting the other ones first. There's an elk here. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not worth a whole... I mean, it is worth a little bit of experience. Fine.
Surrender or else.
Somebody kill it. We'll make it fast, I promise.
Stab you or stab you? Why not both?
It's worth 22 experience,
Who,
so...
me?
And it's all corrupted animal meat, so you know it's not good for you. Maybe we're doing a service to nature. This is where one of the big fights is. There's a Plague Smilodon who has killed so many things. Don't come towards me. I was going to charge it, but let's back up a little. I mean, it could start the fight. I'm not... Okay, do we charge the fight? Yep, let's do it.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
I really should put displacement on, or maybe haste. This is gonna go poorly. There's also a Plague Bear, which isn't as big of a deal, weirdly. This Smilodon gets so many attacks, that's why it's so dangerous.
Distract them for me.
And it's probably gonna get to go before our main character gets to go again. So he might actually just have to do last stand, honestly.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
We've done a bunch of damage at least, that's nice.
I
See, there we go.
shall survive
Already last
this
standing.
ordeal.
And there's a second Plague Smilodon right there. Alright, so we're gonna let him tank for us while we just
Time to share your treasures.
die with... I don't know why he moved.
Retreat is always an
Our main character's
option.
fine. That last stand is gonna save his life. We'll just heal a little.
Into the fray.
Awful. Okay.
You've made your choice.
We need haste. We actually need to kill these things before last stand wears off, or we will die.
I shall survive this ordeal.
He's gonna need some demon plague curing. Look at those damage scores though. It's ludicrous how much they hit for. That was bad. Okay, well.
Cover me, all right?
Good job. You
Stab you or
killed
zap you?
one and the
Why
bear
not?
is nearly
Is
dead.
always an option.
We just need to kill that other Smilodon really fast. We can do a bone... No, we can't. I think they're undead. Maybe they're not. They're definitely undead. Okay. So we do... Cure Sirius on... See if he survives. This is the only important one. We need to kill this one the most.
No fear.
Awesome, we're gonna die because we missed all of our attacks. Alright, well,
I shall survive.
hey, he's
this
still up.
ordeal.
I thought he'd be down now. Keep pouring out the damage.
Distract them for me.
Nice, okay. Okay, you're gonna have to try and keep our main character alive. It's not gonna work. And then just 5-foot step back, please. Do we do... Ah,
No glory without risk.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
our attack rolls are the worst in the ever. And that's it.
This is unexpected.
Woljip just died. Alright, let's try that again. I don't think we're gonna have too much trouble actually doing it, but we need to not roll so badly. Where'd I go? Did I not save after the Megalodons? Oh yeah, I did. I think this is where the next fight is, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Backing
Keep
up.
your calm.
I don't mind the last stand brawling, but we
wrong?
need to
We will
do
win
much
this
better
war.
at hitting things. So we have Bless on, and we have Hearty Meal.
You're
Apparently
a
that's
good
not
person
enough, so let's get
who's
some
open to
heroism
ideas.
going on our two main attackers. Maybe Woljip should have had heroism, actually. Oh well. We're gonna do haste to start the fight, but displacement first. Alright, let's go. This should hopefully
Knowledge
be enough.
To victory. There are
I mean, we're gonna need to rest anyways eventually, but
success.
it's fine.
I'm up for an adventure. Time to practice my combat abilities.
Left. Oh, we should have done an enlarged person. I don't know why I didn't do that. Somebody will enlarge him on their turn. Woljip, I wish you would have moved further. Okay, well, Darren can move up and not do anything because he can't do anything.
Into the fray!
We missed on a 1, or we critically missed, basically, is what I was going for there. Everyone just kind of move up for now.
I shall survive this ordeal.
Their first hit was high enough to knock me into the last stand level.
I shall have to resort to brute force.
That wasn't terrible. Let's just get in there and attack. We need to do some damage. Somebody else can cast Enlarge Person, I think. Maybe. Who knows? Anyone got prayer? No one has prayer. Darren, I need you to do... I could just do that, I guess.
The inheritor, guide my
Nice. Alright, we're
blade.
golden. We don't even need to do Enlarge Person. Unless we massively screw this up, we're perfectly
Always an
fine.
option.
There we go. Easy. Pretty decent amount of
Rely
experience.
on me.
Smile. The
Now
world's
let's,
not ending just yet.
Grab all that. There's so many corpses here. I'm not gonna worry too much about save scumming like 12 nature checks. I don't care enough.
I will guide.
Alright. I think that's pretty well this whole area. We're nowhere close to a level. And I think we're also going to call the video about there. I am not feeling 100% today, but tomorrow we'll get back into it. We'll hammer this out, do Leper's Smile, and then head up to Dresden. It'll be time to take the city. Or no, sorry. Lost Chapel, then Dresden. And maybe Heaven's Edge in there before some of those. We'll figure that out too. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. But I will see you guys next time. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.